Hello, good evening. It's late. It's Friday. Happy Friday. It's late, but I wanted to get a little bit of programming in. As usual, there's not a lot of time. What with a full-time job and all. We gotta do what we gotta do, right? So tonight, let's see, I'm thinking that we will continue the To-Do app, which originally started off as the Pomodoro app. Let's see, last time we created the backend for it, hooked it up with Lambda, hooked it up to DynamoDB, designed the data structure, designed the API layer, and then I just remembered today that was pretty much done. It already works. So I didn't really have to design those, but it's good to have those formalized. And I want to see it working today. I think that's the goal. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. But let's see where we're at. This will probably crash it because I didn't start the front end yet. Or the back end. Let's see. I don't really have a Cognito auth service. Do I have a local auth service? What is this? Open. Ideally, I should probably have a local auth service so that I don't have to work with AWS every single time. That's interesting. I haven't seen the Mac version for a little while. Mostly it's been iOS. I said iOS in the title, didn't I? Oh man, what did this become? Let's see what happens in iOS. So I also updated Xcode. And I have to download the simulator again. In the meantime, I think we can just continue using the Mac version. But I think I need to start the backend too. If I start the backend, oh, this is gonna be weird. I think I need to do AWS for now. I don't want to focus on making the local stuff, even though that would probably help me a lot. Let's just do this. Okay, actually, I'm going to log into AWS. I guess the stuff should be still up. I didn't really destroy them. Which means Cognito. Probably would be easiest for me to pull it from Terraform, but this is also simple enough. So there's the client ID. Save that. What about the WebSocket service? The funny part is it's not going to work until I save something. I forget exactly what. No, I forget if there was anything else I needed to update. It's been a while since I looked at this project. I spent like an entire week looking at Lambda. What else do we got here? Auth, service, cognito. Pretty default stuff. I think I generated all of this. You know, rewatch what I did. And we also got this, which I think it's fine for now. Yeah, let's just try it out. So I just changed two things. One thing I realized, there's no Lambda place, and I think that's what the thing I wanted to connect the backend. So that's not going to work until I go to was it this? Edit, save. Okay, and then that's all it takes to fix it. I don't know why. And maybe it was something else. What was it? Integration request? Edit, save. I think it was this one. There. Edit, save, and now we run it. There we go. I wonder what this thing is. Ta-da! Actually, let's change this to iOS. Which one should we do? 15 Pro? Because why not? I almost want to, so one thing I've been playing around with as well is making my own GPTs to help with development. I'm tempted to do that for this. I think it'd be pretty cool. And I think that would be helpful. Okay. And nothing's working. What? The simulator's just like not working. There we go. There you go. Simple enough. Okay. So I didn't really have a plan of attack here. Maybe one thing we can do is whoa, why is everything breaking? Whoa. Oh my goodness, everything's kind of slow. Is it my computer? Seems to be okay. Okay, so how do we think about this? So right now the app is using a modular architecture, meaning that different things are set up in different modules. And our main app here, all it does is sets up the dependencies and the modules, including login, main, settings, sign up, Pomodoro module. I probably will want to make a new module just for the to-do list. And I think that is one of the first few things I can do. Maybe that's a good place to start. Because once I make the to-do module, I can make a dependency, like some sort of to-do dependency, to-do service. Thinking about like this modular architecture thing. The idea that I want to have is, let's say if Jason wants to make this to-do list, he should be able to make, as long as he has the interfaces, the protocols, he should be able to implement the views. And I'm also even thinking like the backend for it. So his module would receive, let's see, he can define routes and messages to handle. And maybe in like a container, in like a, I don't know, like a sandbox app or like another shell app, he should be able to test his module. He should also be able to build a backend in a module, like so he can define his own APIs. And the idea is that just like that, he should be able to make his own app, like a to-do list, like all completely separated out in a different repository, not dependent on any of the other code except for the core stuff, the core module stuff. Kind of want to draw that out. I don't really have a good way to do that right now, I don't think. But that's fine, it doesn't matter too much. I'll set that up next time. But for now, let's make a to-do module. Why is my computer so slow? Is that OBS? We're good on swap. CPU load's actually not too much. Okay, feels a little bit better than before. To-do list, to-do. And then in the end, in the future, I do want to do like I want to make like a whole bunch of stuff, like a mail module, like email module, Git module, contacts module, friends list module, calendar module. Should have everything. But a little bit at a time first. I actually think I want to make a GPT for this. So this will be a fun way to get into, oh, survey. Fun way to get into GPT stuff. How do I make my own again? There you go, create. So if you've never done this before, I think it's pretty cool. Code my app. I'm building a Swift multi-platform app with using Vapor for Swift backend and Terraform with AWS for the infrastructure. It's called the Pomodoro app, and will be a super app. It's built using a modular architecture. Update behavior context assist. Whoa. This is not normal. I mean, like, I think it's trying to run a function here. It's an expert software engineer. It helps coding with a Swift multi-platform app named Pomodoro app. It uses Vapor for the backend and Terraform with AWS for the infrastructure. It focuses on modular architecture and cross-platform compatibility. Next, I'll suggest, how about Swift Code Mentor? Pomodoro app developer. Wow, we're having a lot of issues with ChatGPT today. Yes, all of it. I don't know what's going on. I think I'll just copy this. Is it this one? Create. So I think that's the context. Here's a description. I'm just making this manually now. I don't know what this welcome message is. Help me make a new module. Help me make a new dependency. Can do code interpreting. Right, maybe I should explain some of this stuff. So what am I doing? I am right now just setting up some of the default, not defaults, but I'm just filling out some of the fields. Pretty basic for now. So like I'm just giving it a name, a short description, which shows up here, and then instructions. So I'm telling it like more about itself. So it will assist with the coding a Swift multi-platform app named Pomodoro app using Vapor for the backend and Terraform. I'm just gonna give it as much information as possible. So github.com. The repo is located here. The project structure looks like this. I'm just giving it as much information as I can. And then I want to give it initial information. So this is actually kind of annoying to deal with. I want to save this for now. Create. Only me. Ta-da, but I'm still not done yet. So let's edit. I wonder what it's going to generate. I feel like it's having some issues. Well, okay then. Sure. Wait. I feel like it changed stuff that I didn't, in a way that I didn't want it to. Also, why is this so small here? Whoops. Okay, and then actually, this is not the correct one. Where's my... let's go to the actual project here, Pomodoro app. The actual structure of it looks like this. And this is kind of important in my mind. Pomodoro app. It should be like that, and then here, yeah. Here's the good stuff. Modules. Services. Okay, that's like the important stuff here, I think. Backend, I'll fill that out later. Actually, the thing I wanted to fill out here is Okay. There's that. But so there's two more things that I want to teach it. One is what a module looks like. I don't know if I can actually take all of this. Ideally, I'd put it in the knowledge section, but I'll move stuff over if this becomes too big. Just put it in here. Hopefully I'll take that. Nice. Invite only. I said only me. Updates pending. It says updated. Okay, sorry, that took a little while, but I think it's gonna pay off. So I told it about the project structure and some of the important files and what that looks like. So now, yeah, I think that's good enough for now. We'll update its knowledge as needed. Like, we're gonna be testing it as we try it out. If something looks wrong, we'll update its knowledge and we'll incrementally make it smarter that way. So the only two things I wanted to help me with initially are helping me make a module and dependency. Knowledge here, I can upload files, and I think that will be helpful for, like, I could actually upload a lot of files in the project. I'm not going to do that right now just because I can just copy and paste it quickly for now. I'll upload files later as needed. Capabilities, yeah, I think it's fine if it browses the web, generates images, interprets code. All of that's good. And then actions are pretty cool. That lets it hits APIs from Open API schema, and then we can also give it authentication. I don't need that right now. Maybe later. I can give it access to GitHub or something like that. That'd be cool. But I don't need that right now. So I'm just gonna update it for now, and we will test it out. So view GPT, and then help me make a module. I should have given me this. I should have given it a personality. Also, one thing I don't like is it's like, we'll call this module Pomodoro Timer module. Not quite what I want. I actually wanted to ask me more before spitting this out. This is kind of like an annoying. Oh, but check it out. It kind of knows what to spit out. See, look, that's the actual structure for the module. It knows views. It knows how to register the module right there. Like, that's exactly it. There's some of my other GPTs that I've been playing around with. Do not immediately suggest. Do not immediately suggest solutions until it is clear about what the user wants. Ask in a conversational manner as to not overwhelm the user with too many questions at once. All right, let's try that out. We'll update that, and I guess really I can just test it out here. So I'm just gonna tap on that. Help me make a mod. That's not. It didn't follow my instructions. Let's try again. No, stop. For example, if asked to help make a module, ask questions such as what the name should be, what the purpose is, what it should do, etc. Do not suggest any code until that is clear, as to not frustrate the user by suggesting non-relevant code. I believe this is what people call prompt engineering. Help me make a module. Yeah, finally. Check it out, we are prompt engineers. to-do module. This will be a to-do list, a to-do list, allowing us to show a list of to-do items, create a to-do item, update, and delete an item, and complete items slash to-dos slash to-do slash ID Let's see what it does. I totally should have not do it in this little testing copy. Oh man, okay, how do I get back? Here. Okay, let's delete all these first because these are kind of like test. All right, hey bot, help me make a module. I'd be happy to help you make a module. Let's start by discussing the specifics: name, purpose, routes, actions. Once we have these details, we can move on to writing. Let's do the same thing here. Great. Let's create the to-do module with the specified functionality. Here's a breakdown of what we need. To-do module, manage a to-do list, routes, display update as completed, actions, create a to-do item, update a to-do item, delete a to-do item. Let's start with the module definition. All right, here it is. What are the chances this is going to work? I don't know, but let's test it out. That's what we're experimenting with, right? To-do module.swift. Is this Xcode? This is not Xcode. What am I in? Also, check this out. Editor, invisibles. Yeah, now we can actually see the spaces. I kind of like that. It can be, I can understand if it gets too annoying for others, but I kind of like that. I think getting your white spacing right is important. Not as important as some other stuff, but I think it's important. I think that's the one I created from and the other one. So let's copy this. Boom. Done. Boom. Boom. We're gonna need to tweak it a bit because I'm not too sure about the last one, but we're just experimenting, seeing what it can do for now. Fine, I'll put it in here. Cannot be used on instance of nested type. That's the only issue, right? Oh yeah? Well, what do you think of this? Take that. Yeah. This was a little bit unnecessary. And it was already there. Okay, so from there, I have a main module here. Settings. Does home do anything? No. No, it does not. To-dos. All right. Let's see what it spits out. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. A whole bunch of nothing. Whole bunch of nothing. Cool, thank you. Let's copy that and update that here. Save and rerun. All right, so I guess one issue here is if there's no items in the to-do list, it needs to say like no items. If there are no items, I want to see the text. Also, what do we do for our design? Figma. We have a Figma. I wonder if I can upload the Figma. Where is it? Here. No tasks found. Tasks found. Also, there should be a create text button on the top right in nav bar. The title should say to-do list. Let's see what it will do. Okay, so I'm kind of liking how this is, how it's telling me piece by piece. Cool. It doesn't really know too much about navigation. Oh, why is it always up there? That's not right. Well, that's interesting. Already this is getting complex enough. Because I think I want, actually I think I want a new group here for to-do module. Kind of like that, drag this in here. Because I think we're gonna want more views and stuff. Alright, let's just do it. It's a little bit painful, but what is it called? To-do list view. To-do list view model. Okay. Do we need this? I don't know. I guess foundation is good. Then we need a list view. List view is right here. We'll do a to-do detail view. We'll do this one. New file. To-do detail view model, I think is what it's called. Yep. All right, so we split that out into 5 different files. Nothing really changed. There's no build expression. And then for now, I just want to see if it compiles. I'm just kind of letting it know. I'm pretty sure that's the same exact thing. It didn't really need to do that, but that's fine. And it looks like it compiled. One thing that would be nice is it should have given me a preview in the two views. Let's put preview blocks. Doesn't really know the new way of doing it, huh? And that's where we have to deviate a little bit. Okay. There, and then here, we'll do the same thing. Yeah. Sure. Okay. This is what happens when I update Xcode. Okay, so to actually see it, we have to enable the canvas right here. And now, with the magic of Swift UI, we shall magically see what the screen looks like, and we don't have to compile the app every single time we make changes. That should make it a little bit more efficient for development. Yay, it's loading. Great. Yeah, sure. Now what does this one look like? Oh, cool. All right. Title is take out trash false. Let's do a couple of these. So we'll do 2 and 3. Take out trash, wash dog, and then boop. That's a very important thing to do. Oh, right, and then you have to put in the view model. couldn't think of anything else better to put. I don't have to poop now, but you know, eventually. I'm a fan of putting these on different lines. I think it makes it a little bit easier to read. Okay, so it's private. For to-do list view, in the preview, how do I set to-do items? Environment object. It doesn't. I don't think it's using the environment object. Is that really gonna work? To be honest, I'd be impressed if that works. I would be impressed. I was about to say. I was about to say. Finally, a reasonable suggestion. It's not working. Why is this not working? Man, I feel like I don't know SwiftUI at all now. Okay, so we got the view model. I've set the to-dos. What's this? Oh, it's there. I don't get it. Also, why there are two creates. No, there's three creates. I feel like there's something broken with the preview. That seems like a bug. Okay, so we got hello there. Basically what this is telling me is that there's nothing in the view model. And I was expecting that to crash actually. Okay, so what? What? Hello? It's not making any sense. No sense at all. What? Why is that working now? Oh, I put it in the list. Okay, that's completely my bad. Of course. Now the question is, why is that 0? Did it not publish? Does it need to publish? It didn't re-render. And why is there 2 creates? Okay, so we created the view model and we added it to the view. However, it did not render. Probably because publish, maybe publish ran already. This is the part where I'm not too familiar. Even so, why does it think view model has nothing in it? That part doesn't make any sense, even if it didn't re-render. Count should not be 0. Because we got a to-do list view here, and we put in a to-do list view model. The empty one's fine. This one is the mysterious one. And I still don't know why there's 2 create buttons. Why Swift? Okay. It would be cool if list had like a empty view. I mean, like, if there's no items in there. I feel like this should have worked. So maybe what I'm gonna do is, what about this? Load to-dos. Here. What if we did this? What if we did this? Oh, it's showing something. Oh, it's because of this. That's why. Oh man, that's frustrating when that happens. Okay, so basically what was happening is on load, it called the load to-dos function. So even though it was already loaded, I've already loaded in here. This made it so it would continue to load. Wow, that's fascinating. Actually, at my work, we separated out this into an interactor. So interactors have their own functions. And I never thought that would have been, I didn't think that would be helpful. But this is like the perfect time when it would be helpful. When you want to replace this, like I don't want to run this function at all. So I could, like with the view model, there's no way for me to mock that out easily. I mean, there's ways, but I have to give it some stuff. With the interactor, I can completely mock out every single functionality. Wow. That's amazing. That's kind of cool. I didn't really want to go to that one. Delete. Poop. Okay, it's kind of coming together. Kind of coming together. Okay, so I want the create button to work. Here. Okay, so create to-dos, load to-dos, reload the list after creating a new to-do. I think I kind of need to know what to do. Meaning this is something I haven't really taught it yet. I will need to teach it, and I think maybe I can do that now. I just don't really know how to do it myself. We use this to, I can figure it out. And it says new version of GPT. That's probably the one that I just updated. our navigation is consistent with the module routing system. This also to use that. Okay, navigate to detail. Nope. Okay, now it's becoming less helpful. I'm just gonna do this for now. That's not right. That's not right. Here's the definition for a route view. To-do list view is right here. Okay, and then that didn't change. That didn't change. Cool. That's kind of cool. Help me set up the path, the route, for to-dos, new. Cool. All right, so what it's telling me is in the to-do module, you just add a route here. I want to add that. Why does that have so many spaces? I hope I don't need that. To do create view, so then we'll go new file. I might want to make that called like create/edit, but for now I think this is okay. Not too shabby. Yeah, we already did that. So now if we go to the list view, I guess if I tap on create and it will crash. The reason is because I never updated the route to handle that. Although in theory, this is kind of an interesting design decision, because here I actually don't need to use the route view. I could have said create view just like that. So if I save this and re-render it, like that would, I think that would be totally fine. And it works in the preview. Now I don't need the router. Which could be nice. But now it's like, do I even need to add that route? I hate to do this, but let's make a model. Okay, this is really weird. But we'll go with it for now. This code doesn't look good, but it's fine. That's fine. Just wanted to kind of work and give me rough structure. There we go. Is it gonna work? I have no idea. I don't like how this looks, but it's fine. All right, so check it out. Here's the list view. You hit create. You can type in something, you hit create, and it goes back. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Let's add some validation logic. The create button should be disabled if there is nothing typed in title. Yeah. That's fine. Sure, let's try that out. Okay, so all it's doing is in the create button for here to do create view, between padding we add disabled, but we also have to add this new property here in the view model. This is a computed property, a computed property that gives us a boolean that says if the title is empty or not after trimming white spaces and new lines. That's pretty good. I might need that to add that to my own code. And finally, it adds a guard statement here, which is pretty good, I suppose. It's kind of like a double check. So why not? And here's what it looks like. I guess this is reevaluated. The view is redrawn. Blah. Blah. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I think I'm pretty happy with the UI so far. Of course, like if we look at the original designs, of course it's not similar. I mean, it's kind of similar. We have no task found, we have create, we got the back button, or at least cancel. We have a place to put title. We don't have description yet. That's okay. Ours says create instead of add. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that for now. We don't really have a way to update, do we? Not yet. But it's okay. There's other things that I'm a little bit more worried about. Oh no. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. And I don't want to deal with it right now. I don't know what that is. Okay, I think this is the rough structure of what I want right now. And so we got a basic functionality to view, create. That's kind of broken for now. Edit and delete. Oh, I think I want to worry about that later. Actually, I guess we can do it now. The problem is our routing logic doesn't completely support path parameters yet, I think. Let's double check that. So that would be in the module manager. I don't think I added it here. And here's where it would do it. Yeah, there's no smart logic here to parse that, so it's okay. Okay, so to get around that, here, instead of using the route view, we would go directly to it by saying to do detail view, where the ID is todo.id. Boom, fixed. And we have complete and delete. Okay, and then you know what's funny? I spent all of last week doing, like the past 2 weeks, doing Lambda and DynamoDB, and all I'm thinking about right now is how to do it locally. But I think it's fine because that's important. We have to make sure that the interface is good before we swap it out for like a remote interface. That's kind of where I messed up with the, well, I didn't really mess up, but That's one thing I didn't really do with the login section. I mean, we can fake login. However, that could have been better. Like, I think I have an idea on how to make a local auth service, but I didn't do that yet, and I don't want to focus on that right now. So right now, I do want to focus on the interface for this stuff. For instance, maybe we will go with the repository pattern. I just want to make it work right now. And to do that, I will do something so nefarious and evil that you might want to turn away. This is not for the faint of heart. I'm going to make a global variable. Oh, it just sounds so dirty even saying that. Var to-dos equals to-do I think I'm missing something somewhere. Oh yeah, here. To-dos. Private. That was not completely global. It's still global though. But it's private. We don't need that. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, implement the creation logic. To-dos dot append to-do title false done. Is this thread safe? Probably not. But it's okay. I don't know why I was trying to do it myself. Just have ChatGPT do it. Boom, easy. A little bit too easy. Temporary. Oh, hey, check it out. It did the same thing. Okay, now that we have that, let's test it out. Do you think it's gonna work? I think I know a couple places where it will break. So there's no test. Let's create test. Test create. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Test, oh man, test number. Okay, I want to fix something. I'm typing in Dvorak and it's not recognizing it. Hardware simulate hardware keyboard. Wait. Menu hardware. What? Menu hardware. What? How old is this answer? I don't have that. I mean, I guess it's one of these. Connect hardware keyboard. Okay. That's frustrating. But it's okay. So I'll just tap delete. Hey, it's gone. It works. It works. Wow. And it probably set it up as complete, but all right, but that's the beginning of it. Okay, now it's going to be interesting. How do I make a module? I think I need to make a module accept dependencies. And I think I've done this once. Like, for instance, login module. No, here, auth service. We can put it into the view model. Okay, I have a rough idea on what I want to do. So basically, these functions here is basically part of the repository pattern. It's CRUD stuff. Create, update, delete, complete. I guess, I mean, that's not technically part of it, but I want to wrap all of this behind a service. Yeah, and then I'm going to expose that to the view model. So let's just let ChatGPT do that and say, I want to put these functions behind a service. Almost. I'm pretty sure I taught it about services. Almost. Not quite. ChatGPT. Actually, I want to use project I in the view model. I will do that. We should make a protocol and service and register service in main app. I need to make some notes on this. I need to tell it how to make a service. It's okay for now. Okay, so we will leave that, and then we're going to create a new file, call it to-do service. I think we'll just copy this. And it does have to-dos, so I think I have to move this out. Mostly because it's part of the protocol. Also, I thought protocols would be public, but I suppose that's okay. So this is all the same functions: fetch detail, create, update, delete, complete. Seems good to me. Let's see how the other services look like. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's copy that. And we'll do make a new file. And this is slowly coming together in memory to-do service. Perfect. This is a local in-memory one. Now in main app, we will actually register this. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice, thank you. Perfect. So now that's registered. I don't really like this. We don't need that. We will do this one. To do create and review model. To do create. This one here. Oh, also I'm gonna remove it from. We don't need it here anymore. It's in its proper place. Oh, that's funny. Technically, we don't need any of these actions for now. So I'm just gonna comment that out for now. I don't like this. Delete that. Okay, so we will need this. Come on. Import project I. And now we shall say to-do service dot fetch to-dos. There we go. One done. Two, three. What is this? Oh. Four. Done. What about this one? Yeah. Cool. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. What is this? Yeah, I could have, sure. But it doesn't really matter, but. All right, so now it's actually using a, wow, that was a little bit easier than I thought. Now we're using an actual service. Here's the protocol. Here's the in-memory version. Next, all we have to do is just hook it up to the, we'll make a API version of it. And then it should actually hit the APIs. And maybe that's something we can do next time because it's already 2 a.m. Oh my goodness, so late. So we'll create, delete. Okay, let's change that. So in the detail, after tapping on delete, I want to go back to the list view. Same technique, I suppose. This is not the, wait, that's not the same thing either. Oh, okay, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Dismiss, but now I need to go to the view because we take this and then on up here we set the dismiss. It's a very weird technique. I don't like it too much, but it does seem to work, so sure. Let's not save that. All right, so we create, type something, boom, it's there. Delete, it's gone. Create, complete. Let's make complete dismiss as well. Because why not? Blah. I can't type blah. Complete. Yeah, all right. Let's see, idea. How about, like, we have no idea if it's completed or not. Let's separate it out into two different sections. Not inbox and completed. I don't know why I called it inbox, just because why not? So there's either going to be no tasks or there's going to be two sections. So I think we can just copy this. I'm just going to copy these two sections actually. And for now, I'm going to comment this out because we need to use this. Oh, this is going to get rough. It's okay for now. So it's filtering based on the is completed property, which I guess is okay. That is kind of view logic. Let's see how it looks. So no tasks. What was it before? It was a navigation link. It looked a lot nicer before. Was it because it was a list instead of for each? Why did it choose for each? Yeah, that looks so much better. Okay, I see the awkwardness. So something I don't really have is edit. Ooh. Because I can't uncomplete it. I think I'll call it there. I'm kind of tired. And I think that was a good amount done. It's gonna be interesting integrating it with the API because we're gonna need to log in and be authenticated. But that's where all the power is gonna come in. I don't think I'm ready to commit yet. Probably should, to be honest. Like, it is a pretty good checkpoint. Let's see what we changed. Yeah, I should probably commit. Yeah, it's a decent amount of stuff. All right, so I'm gonna carefully go through because this had some changes that I don't necessarily want to commit just yet. Specifically, what I'm thinking is these upgrade checks. So all of the individuals are files. I don't want the upgrade check. Dead code stripping I don't want quite yet. So I'll leave that for now. I don't want to commit the client ID or the WebSocket service yet. So I'll only stage this one and this one. That's fine. We'll change it so the first screen is not just plain text. Yeah, this is the create view, view model, detail view model, list view. I'm gonna review it again in a little bit. I'm just making sure that these are okay to commit. And I don't want these yet. So now to double check, here's all the files that we've added, including the group, the service module. All right, so here's the to-do service, which provides the in-memory to-do service. And we've also registered our module. We're changing the main module so it actually goes to to-dos. That's good. Here is pretty standard. It's just the create view with the preview. There's a view model for it. We are using project I to inject the to-do service to create the to-do item. That's good. To-do detail view. This seems pretty standard for now. To-do detail list view. So it's just, I don't actually know if that's gonna work. To-do detail list view. I don't think that's gonna break. Because it loads the to-do detail. But that's null. So when it publishes, it's gonna publish empty. And this is a if less check. So if it's nil, it's gonna get stuck on loading, which is not great, but that's good enough for now. This is the to-do detail view model. So you can complete it and delete it. That calls the service and dismisses. That does an interesting loop. Not a big fan, but it's okay for now. here. I think we can just do that. Let's fix this. To-do list view. Let's clean this up. I don't think we need the route view anymore. It's simple enough to switch if we really need to. But for now, we'll clean that up. So this is the to-do list view. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I mean, we're still not gonna need to fix it. And actually, I don't like the spacing. Yeah, that looks better. I should put like Swift format and stuff on here. I think we can keep the actions. The actions aren't really doing anything. This is not really doing anything. But I don't know, maybe we could delete it. Let's just delete it. If we really want to add an action, it'll be simple enough to do later. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks good. We might need to update the protocol later. Like that can make an API call. I'm imagining how the API call, the HTTP call will look like. I guess it's fine because what our thing is doing. Well, in our API, when we get the return, we could get the ID back from the API. We could also make it kind of distribute. We could generate the UUID on the client side. That's an interesting thing. I'm thinking with like a distributed system, that's always a nice thing. You can like generate a UUID and tell the server, hey, save this. Here's the ID. When you make the server generate the ID for you, there's a little bit of a bottleneck, performance bottleneck kind of. It's not that big of a deal, but in high performance systems, it adds up because you're waiting for the system to give you back the ID. Sometimes that's like auto incrementing from the database. But again, that's a slowdown thing because like if you have a lot of people creating at the same time, well, now you got to make sure that people create it one at a time because if it's auto incrementing, you got to wait for someone to create it before you can create it. That's not a bottleneck that I want, but I'm not too familiar with how to create that system. I mean, I have an idea. I mean, you just pass in the ID, really, that's all. And then if the ID is already created, the system just returns, oh, sorry, or it already exists. It's that simple, really. We're not using this path. That's okay. We'll use it. We might use it another time. Oh, get rid of that mark. I almost missed that. Okay. Let's call it there. Oh my ZHS wants to update. There's an alias? I want to use the alias. This is cool. Go mod tidy. That's useful. There's a bunch of aliases added. Okay, the song stopped playing. All right, we got to finish up. Let's go to projects, Pomodoro app. Why did I type it the long way? I could have just did cd pomo, and we're there. Git diff staged pb copy. And now we'll go back here. Give me a git conventional commit message for these changes. Let's fetch. I mean, I'm the only one that's working on this, so there's no one else changing it. All right, let's see. Feat to do. Add to do module with CRUD functionality. Added to do module with routing for list details and create views. Implemented to do list view, to do detail view, and to do create view with respective view models. Yep. Integrated dependency I can't even talk. Integrated dependency injection using project I for to do service. Created in memory to do service for managing to dos in memory. Updated main app to register to do service and include to do module. Modified main module to use to do module for the home view. Yep. Organized to do items into inbox and completed sections in to do list view. Sounds good to me. Commit. And we're done. I actually kind of want to do this as well while we're here. One more time. Whoops. Okay, all it's doing is just enable dead code stripping. I'm good with that. Okay, I think that's it for today. Wow, it's already 2:30. Spent 2 hours on this today. Wow, it's a good amount of time. But I felt like we went pretty far. I feel a lot better with how the dependency injection stuff is going, building out the service for it, making an in-memory version of it. So I think next time, clearly, the plan will be to integrate it with an actual API, with our actual backend. I can probably put, I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it just yet. Somehow I need to make it so that we're able to switch between our local backend, local host, and the Lambda backend. Maybe by passing in a URL or of some sorts or something like that. I'll figure that out next time. And that means I'll probably also have to fix the logging in stuff. Maybe we'll make a local authentication service thing. I think that could make sense. That'd be cool. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight. I will see you next time. Good night.